With everything that's going on, we're finding ourselves taking extreme money measures. We're moving back in with our parents, moonlighting as virtual assistants, selling our belongings. Some of us are even cutting our own hair. And depending on your situation, I'm here to tell you it is more than okay. Well, maybe not the cutting your hair part. Here's the thing, this recovery is going to be long, it's going to be difficult, so the most important thing we need to do is save our money because we need to have options and we need to feel like we are in control of all of the uncertainty now and in the future. I know, easier said than done, Farnoosh. So in this video, I want to share some extreme but true money moves that people are making to try to ride out the storm. Consider carefully. First, it is something we never ever want to recommend. It's the last ditch effort, but you can take out money from your 401k or your 403b penalty-free now before age 59 and a half. Normally, there's a 10% penalty for an early distribution, but according to the new stimulus plan, investors can take out a coronavirus-related distribution before age 59 and a half, avoiding the 10% fee. How much? You can take out up to $100,000 or 100% of your portfolio, whichever is less. And while the withdrawal doesn't have to be repaid, if you choose not to repay it, you will owe income taxes on this, which you can spread out over the next 3 years. Should you do it? Listen, if your house is on fire, are you really going to question the cost of the water to hose down the house? Now, what does it mean to have your house on fire? Economically speaking, it means the following. You do not have access to any other short-term funds to pay for your immediate needs. You have exhausted all resources. You might be on unemployment, but it's still not enough to cover the rent, the utilities, the health insurance, the food. I totally get it. So then in that case, use the water. Next, it goes against all of the smart advice we know about paying down our credit card debt. However, if you are running on empty, paying just the minimum on your card balances for a period of time, in my book, that's okay. Just be sure that you still pay your bills on time, you don't become delinquent, and when you do have about a 6-month rainy day reserve, you go back to paying more than the minimum, twice, 3 times. Try to play some catch up. And keep in mind, if you're really struggling, you do have other options instead of just paying the minimum. You can work with the National Foundation for Credit Counseling. They will help you assess your budget. They may work with you to be your advocate, call your credit card companies, negotiate for you on your behalf. You can also call your credit card company yourself and say, I'm experiencing a financial hardship due to COVID-19. How can I create more breathing room with my bills? You might be able to reduce interest rate, reduce fees, get on a payment plan. Just make sure you get in writing how this may or may not affect your credit score. You have to be in the driver's seat of this conversation, so pick up that phone. Speaking of debt, a lot of student loan borrowers now are able to skip out on their payments until the end of September. Crazy, but true. Here's how it works. If you have a direct federal loan from the government, you may be able to defer your payments until September 30th. That includes principal and interest. This is again thanks to the stimulus plan. It is supposed to be an automatic enrollment. You don't have to do anything, but it is not a freebie. The government's going to tack on 6 more months to your repayment term. But in the meantime, take advantage of it. And get this, if you made payments towards your federal student loans after March 13th, you can request a refund from your loan servicer. Never thought we'd see the day, but here we are. All right, that's what I got. What do you have? What are some wild and crazy steps you're taking right now to save money and ride out this recession? Leave your comments below. Remember to subscribe to this YouTube channel. And as always, listen to the podcast So Money 3 days a week at SoMoneyPodcast.com. Until next time, my friends.